The Ravens were starting to eat back at it and come back.
Gosh, I mean, I wanted us to do a better job offensively of finishing it, but it was 23-10, and then they get those fourth down conversions that, just one stop and it's over. But our defense got that one stop. We made it interesting, but I can't say enough about our D really all day. I mean, they played unbelievable. They gave a few plays late, but defense was unbelievable today.
I feel like the first time we played them, we played their game. Today, I think we played our game. Our defense was outstanding. You helped that team under 100 yards rushing. I don't think no one's played that team the way our defense played them today.
Did it look like maybe Lamar got flustered a little bit?
Well, if you're used to rushing the ball 300 yards a game and we hold you to under 90, yeah, I would get flustered.
Well, the Chargers took Lamar Jackson out of the game early with relentless pressure. He was 3 for 9 passing for 25 yards the first 3 quarters combined, but then went 11 for 20 for 169 in the fourth quarter, enabling him actually to finish with more passing yards in this game than Philip Rivers did. But despite all that pressure and what happened at the end, Jackson still feels as if he could have done more.
You just played like we didn't want to be here. I did, not my team. I feel like I played poorly. It was a lot of things, we could have did out there on that field to put us in a better situation. Just got to move on now and get ready for next year. At the beginning, a lot of throws, wasn't hit. I supposed to make turnover. I fumbled once. And, I wasn't playing my game today. I'm ticked off about that. Definitely.
I can assure you we were considering, putting Joe in the game and all that kind of stuff. That was part of the conversation. Certainly thought about it, certainly talked about it with everybody. And I can tell you this, it was everybody was on the same page with what we did, everybody, including Joe. Lamar's our quarterback going forward, there's no question about that. Joe Flacco is going to play really well in this league. Joe can still play. I think we saw that the first half of the season. Joe's going to have a market. There are going to be a lot of teams that are going to want Joe because they understand that. And I'll be in Joe's corner wherever he's at, unless we play him.
All right, so with the Chargers taking down the Ravens, we know now what the AFC divisional matchups will look like next weekend. The Colts traveling to Kansas City. Chiefs have lost an NFL record 6 straight playoff games. L.A. will go to Foxborough, where the Patriots are unbeaten this year. And Tom Brady, 7-0 in his career against Philip Rivers. Zubin.
Jeff Saturday is here. So both AFC road teams win on Wild Card weekend. You just heard from Lamar. The Ravens had 90 yards rushing, 54 from their QB. What did the Chargers do to effectively bottle up the Ravens' running game?
Yeah, give Gus Bradley, their defensive coordinator, a ton of credit. He showed the Ravens a ton of things they hadn't seen and probably hadn't prepared for. They played 7 defensive backs in the field for over 50 snaps of the game to try to get them to run sideline to sideline instead of straight downhill, which is what they're used to. So let me show you. Game opens up early. Here's Joey Bosa. So Joey Bosa, they want to zone read Joey Bosa. Watch Orlando Brown. When he leaves, he wants to try to influence him out. But watch how calm Joey Bosa plays this play. So as the play begins, bam, he's frozen. Now look at Bosa's stance, man. You talk about a football position. He's waiting with his eyes, and he can play the run. He's seeing the ball get exchanged, or he can play Lamar Jackson. Now, here's what separates Bosa from other defensive players. Watch the athleticism that he ends up pushing Jackson out, makes him bounce. And again, what does he make it do when you push him this way? He's got Ingram coming this way. He has another player. He's playing guys that Derwin James is right here, forcing him to the sideline so his guys can rally. That's what you want to do. Make him run sideline to sideline. Now, you're about to have a little trap coming down. So we're going blocking back right here, and then we're going to end up having a puller go around. So watch as this play develops. Watch the penetration by the interior defensive lineman. As soon as the play goes, again, look at these 2 players and watch what they end up doing. Getting penetration inside the gap. You have 2 guys, Zub, playing 3 yards in the backfield. Now, both eyes are on him. Now, here is what Lamar Jackson has to look at. He's looking, but he has a man on the outside line. He can't pull the ball to try to get outside. He has to give it to the back to get inside. They squeeze it down and make the tackle. Give Gus Bradley, Anthony Lynn, give the Los Angeles Chargers a ton of credit for how they played this game. They were going to live and die by 7 defensive backs on the field, make them run sideline to sideline, and then ultimately beat you with his arm, and they played fantastic football. Anthony Lynn said it best. You hold this team to under 90 yards rushing, and you've had a heck of a day, and that's exactly what they did.
So Jeff mentioned it. How rare is it to see 7+ defensive backs basically saying to Lamar, we don't think you can beat us through the air, And if we're wrong, we're going to force you to do it. Take a look at the number of snaps today where they employed that more than any other team has done in any other game. That includes the regular season and the early round of the playoffs. That is an incredible number, 7+. So they're off to Foxborough next Sunday. By this time, we'll know who has won that game and has moved on. For the Chargers to win up there against Brady and company, who needs to play at their absolute best? Who are you pinpointing?
Bosa and Ingram. Two guys that these are must-haves. You have to get Tom Brady off his spot. You got to put pressure on him. And this is the cool part about what Bradley did. Look who's inside. He's had a 3 technique. You got Joey Bosa inside. That means he's matched up on the left guard one-on-one. And watch as he comes out of a stance. Watch his hands. This is unbelievable. He already has the left guard's right arm across his body. Look at the head. He can't even see where he's trying to block. You watch Bosa put his head across. Listen, if you're an offensive lineman and your head is down and your butt is up, you're in big trouble, man. I'm just letting you know. And then watch Bosa slap, rip, and then watch him run the hump, come back. That's athleticism to close down on Lamar Jackson. Fantastic play by Bosa interiorly. Now, we have Ingram. Again, you're going to have the guard matched up with Ingram right here. He has to take it. He's going to short set him and try to let him play 3rd and 11, so they know they're going to throw it. Look at this move. Good heavens. Again, let's talk about offensive line play. When you have the side angle view, if you see your numbers, you're in trouble in the offensive line. Right now, he's screaming, throw it, get rid of it, whatever can come out of his mouth. He understands. Look at the finish by Ingram. I want to show you a different view of this thing to watch how nasty his hand placement was. Watch this thing as he comes off the ball. Bam. I mean, look, again, head down. Look at the body angle, the body lean. We're in deep trouble. We can see our elbows in trouble. We have no way to put our body. We even have Montgomery in there trying to help. But you see the eyes, you see the clothes. Again, Bosa, Ingram next week. They can move him around, play him inside, play him outside, squeeze the pocket from outside in. We know Tom Brady does not like pressure in his face. With those type of moves versus guards, that's big trouble for the New England Patriots. And we know how much less athletic he is than Lamar Jackson. So if Lamar couldn't skirt away from some of this stuff, it is still Tom Brady. Yeah, he gets rid of the ball. He don't have to run out of it. He'll go throw out of it. But, yeah, he's got some problems to deal with. Next Sunday, 1:05 p.m. Eastern for a trip to the AFC title game. Jeff on NFL Primetime as soon as the Eagles and Bears are done. Jeff, thank you. Appreciate you.
Well, it's a different Lamar.
Week 16, the Chargers had no answer for Lamar Jackson defensively. Today, they had all the answers. Our Josina Anderson saw it all in person. So, Josina, really, what are the Chargers saying about the difference between getting bottled up in Week 16 by Lamar and then figuring him out today?
Well, Zubin, you're right. The Chargers defense certainly changing their fate today. 7 sacks, their most since 2016. But Zubin, what was interesting is that before the game, Ravens wide receiver Willie Snead told me that when they played them Week 16, that the Chargers defense went one linebacker 90% of the time, pitting their linemen against their safeties. And he said that's why we were able to exploit holes in their defense and run around. But just moments ago in the locker room, Joey Bosa said, we still went 7 DBs today, all but one play. But the difference is that we knew what to expect with their tendencies and their formations, although he adds we still got a little complacent at the end and we were a little worn.
I may not look too excited because I'm absolutely exhausted right now, but it's huge. It was tough at the end, a lot of anxiety watching that at the end. Chasing Lamar around isn't that much fun. He's ridiculously fast, so you feel like you got him and then he'll separate so quick. But we did what we were supposed to do most of the game, and then he kind of got after us a little bit in that fourth quarter, but we were able to shut down.
Coming in the first half, we feel like we came out, we played dominant football up until the fourth quarter. I feel like we didn't finish as well as we wanted to. Hats off to Baltimore. They came and they didn't lay down. They fought to the end.
Last time they were able to obviously get the victory. So what did you change?
We didn't make many changes. We just put a little bit more DBs on the field for them. Because like I said, they got a lot of speed over there, and Lamar, he's so elusive with the ball. So sideline to sideline, we wanted to be able to run, and I feel like we did a great job today.
Well, you guys got the West Coast vibe in the locker room.
West Coast vibe, ASAP, we here. Let's go boat up, baby.
just a little exuberant there. But, you know, even though Phillip Rivers is 0-2 against the Patriots in the postseason and 0-7 when he and Tom Brady are starting as quarterbacks on the field, Charger safety Derwin James just still saying it was very important to be able to come in here and show that we can have our focus and be dominant on the road. The Chargers are 9-1 when they're away from LA this season. That includes the game against London. He said just to be able to come in people's houses and have our way is very important. But you heard James say there that we still need to finish all 4 quarters. Joey Bosa is simply saying it best. Listen, it just got way too stressful at the end. Zubin, back to you.
Yeah, you mentioned that road record. That is the best road record of any team in the AFC. And that's they're headed on the road next week to maybe the toughest out in the AFC in years. That's our Josina Anderson.
Excuse me.